Good afternoon. If you will please stand forward to present the colors and lead us in the Scout oath and law.
Forward march. Halt.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be strong and Scout up.
On my honor, other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, to be considerate in the outdoors, and to be conservation-minded. Thank you, Jake and CJ and Kason. I am Raymond Carnley, Master of Ceremonies for today's ceremony, and I would like to welcome you all to the Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Jonah Stuckey. I now declare this Court of Honor open. We now ask Daniel Douglas to please come forward to lead us in a word of prayer.
Please remove all non-religious headgear. Let's pray. Dear God, today I want to thank you for Jonah and that you gave him the perseverance and will to get this accomplishment today. And that thank you for all the people who have helped him along the way. Please help him to be able to, use these skills throughout his life, and that this Eagle Award will, help him for the rest of his life. And in your holy name I pray, amen.
Thank you, Daniel. Today's ceremony will be narrated by James Chadwick and Chris Delcourt with the assistance of Devin Brown. I would now ask them to come forward and to conduct the ceremony.
To earn the higher ranks in scouting, a young man has to put in a great deal of time and effort. Therefore, the occasion which recognizes his accomplishments should be something special. Today, we shall follow a pattern which I'm going to call lighting the Eagle Trail.
When a boy becomes a Boy Scout, there should be instilled within him something we call the spirit of scouting. This lighted candle represents that spirit, because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout oath and law. It becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may be feeble, but when multiplied by the more than 2.5 million scouts, it can become powerful indeed. After a boy has entered scouting, the Scout law he has promised to obey is put into effect as the occasion may demand. And so, one by one, using the flame from the spirit of scouting, I light the symbols that stand for the parts of the law. There are 12 parts, all important and all meaningful. Each is an important foundation stone in the building of strong character.
A scout is trustworthy. He tells the truth. He keeps his promises. Honesty is part of his code of conduct. People can depend on him.
A scout is loyal. He is true to his family, his scout leaders, friends, school, and nation.
A scout is helpful. He is concerned about other people. He does things willingly for others without pay or reward.
A scout is friendly. He is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He seeks to understand others. He respects those with ideas and customs other than his own.
A scout is courteous. He is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows good manners, makes it easy for people to get along together.
A scout is kind. He understands there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. He does not hurt or kill harmless things without reason.
A scout is obedient. He follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country.
A scout is cheerful. He looks for the bright side of things. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make other people happy.
A scout is thrifty. He works to pay his own way and to help others. He saves for unforeseen needs. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property.
A scout is brave. He can face danger even if he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him.
A scout is clean. He keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He goes around with those who believe in living by these same ideals. He helps keep his home and community clean.
A scout is reverent. He is reverent to God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the beliefs of others.
And finally, in the 3 parts of the scout oath, he promises, upon his honor, to do his best, to do his duty, first to God and his country, second to other people by helping them at all times, and third to himself by keeping himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You see how the light from the spirit of scouting is now beginning to grow and become brighter.
Now, far away, looms the hazy outlines of the Eagle's summit, flanked by the lesser peaks that represent star and the life ranks. Yes, to the newcomer, they're a long way off, but they'll come a lot closer as this light from the spirit of scouting continues to spread.
It all starts with the first badge every scout earns, the scout rank. Earning this rank means you have learned and promised to live by the scout law, oath, motto, and slogan.
Next is Tenderfoot. He's learned some of the basic first aid skills, how to tie knots, and has improved his physical fitness, and so the Tenderfoot symbol is lit.
Once inspired by the spirit of scouting, he won't stay a tenderfoot long. Putting a few simple achievements behind him, he very shortly climbs to the rank of second-class scout.
And then, even though the requirements stiffen a bit, he keeps climbing until finally comes the day when he tops the first summit along the Eagle Trail, where he receives his first class award. Thus, we light the milestone that represents the first class scout. But he must not stop here, because beyond this first summit, the Eagle Trail still leads on.
A broad field of merit badge awaits him. He needs but a total of 6 to conquer the Star Scout Summit, probably a lot sooner than he thought possible. He finds himself standing on Star Ridge. Thus, through leadership and achievement, he conquers the first of 3 great peaks. Along the Eagle Trail, we now light the symbol that designates the Star Scout.
Gaining the next summit, the Life Scout Peak, is not easy. He must show leadership, provide service, and work hard. Also, additional merit badges must be earned. The higher the scout climbs, the smaller becomes the crowd. Yet there are no impossible barriers along the way. This Life Scout goal can be achieved, but it takes real effort. Now we light the symbol for that achievement.
While the rank of Life Scout is a much coveted one and deserving extreme credit, the Eagle Trail does not end there. It still leads on and on towards the summit. Its pathway narrows and steepens considerably as it winds along narrow ledges. Mile by mile, it becomes tougher and more trying. Many things have to be done in order to conquer these last miles. Before the highest summit along the Eagle Trail can be attained, many additional merit badges are needed. Some of them are pretty tough, and in the meantime, leadership and service to others is not forgotten. Only those with great amount of perseverance and courage are able to gain the thrill of victory that comes while looking down the trail. From the very top of Eagle Summit, in a moment, our newest Eagle Scout will light the symbol that stands for scouting's highest award, the Eagle Scout. And Jonah, just remember, you have to shake it before you bake it. Shake and bake.
That wasn't in the script. It was? Oh, okay. Thank you, James and Chris and Tevin. Jonah, will you please come forward and your Eagle badge will be presented. Okay, good. In 1911, the Boy Scouts of America chose the eagle to symbolize the very highest in achievement. Through all of history, it has been the symbol of man's best. Now the eagle is the symbol of scouting's best. In a moment, we will confer upon you the award of Eagle Scout. However, I'm sure you will agree some special persons should be accorded the privilege of standing with you and in some measure sharing these high honors. And so for that reason, I now ask your parents to join you. Mom, in keeping with Troop 127's tradition, you have the distinct privilege of presenting to your son the rank of Eagle Scout. If you'll pin that on his shirt. Jonah, we are presenting to you the rank of Eagle with 3 eagle palms. I will note that only one is attached. The other 2 will be shipped to you. So. Congratulations, Jonah Stuckey. You are Troop 127's newest Eagle Scout. Congratulations, buddy. And so no one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the mother of an Eagle Scout, which has led us to this day. And so as a symbol of what your mother has made possible, please present to her Eagle Scout mom pin. You can give her a hug too if you want, or something like that. And your dad has stood by you over the years and has offered his encouragement, his assistance, and his wisdom. And so, as the symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of the award, please present to him the Eagle Scout Dad pin. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You can take your seats. And we now ask Jonah's brothers, Isaac and Joshua, to please come forward and to present to Jonah the Eagle Scout neckerchief and slide. Gentlemen, if you will first remove his Troop 127 neckerchief. Jonah, one of the privileges of being an Eagle Scout is wearing the red, white, and blue neckerchief. Wear it with pride and at all future Scout functions to show that you are an Eagle Scout. Thank you, gentlemen. You can take your seat. At this time, I'd like to invite Jonah's father and fellow Eagle Scout to please come forward and conduct the Eagle Scout charge and promise.
I charge you, Jonah, to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every other scout may be justly proud. Jonah, you'll now rededicate yourself by repeating the Scout Oath. Repeat it slowly as you stand before the three lighted candles representing the three parts of the Scout Oath. Resolve to demonstrate the perseverance that has brought you this far.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
I would now like to ask all Eagle Scouts to stand and join in reciting the Eagle Scout promise. Please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of an Eagle Scout.
of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I'll do my best
On my honor, I'll do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example,
my rank and my influence
my rank and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop
in my troop
and in my community
and in my community
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor. Thank you, Nathan and Jonah. You may take your seats. I now invite Mr. Jim Murphy with the Marine Corps League to come forward to present the Marine Corps League Good Citizenship Award.
Good afternoon. I'm James Murphy, Scouting Coordinator for Marine Corps League Detachment 1373, serving the Central Georgia communities. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this court of honor. I'm here today to present Jonah Stuckey with the Marine Corps League's Eagle Scout Good Citizenship Award and the United States Marine Corps Commandant's Certificate of Commendation. But as an Eagle Scout myself, who this year is celebrating his 60th year as an Eagle Scout, giving credence to the motto, once an Eagle, always an Eagle, I would like to take a moment to address the troop. I would like to commend the leadership of Troop 127 for the effort they put forth every day in training and guiding the young men who have been entrusted to them by the parents of this community and for leading them to the Eagle Trail. Eagle Scouts of Troop 127, I challenge you, for as long as you remain in scouting, to continue mentoring and setting the example for these young men who have been entrusted to you by the troop's leadership. And to the young scouts of Troop 127, I encourage you to stay with scouting and continue to create the very cornerstone of the foundation upon which you will build the rest of your life. I encourage you to seek out the Eagle Trail, because the Eagle is the key that will, in the future, unlock the numerous doors and opportunities that will ensure you are successful in achieving your life's goals. Do not let anything such as sports activities or adverse peer pressure discourage or distract you from becoming an Eagle Scout. And parents, I encourage you to support and motivate your sons and daughters in their efforts to achieve the goals of scouting. As I previously stated, I am here today to present Jonah Stuckey with the Marine Corps League's Eagle Scout Good Citizenship Award and the Marine Corps Commandant's Certificate of Commendation. These awards are presented to Eagle Scouts in recognition of their many years of dedicated effort and successful completion of a long process which started when they first became a Boy Scout. Scouting in of itself is a demonstration of how people working together can truly help mold a young man's character with a solid sense of leadership, citizenship, and responsibility. The Eagle Trail has not been an easy one, for less than 7% of all scouts achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. Jonah, when you became a Boy Scout, you made the choice to better yourself and to build the foundation for a strong future. The life lessons that you have learned in scouting will now guide you along whatever path you choose to follow. Eagle Scout Jonah Stuckey has proven his ability to be a leader with a passion for achievement and has demonstrated those principles upon which this great country was founded. Jonah, like a member of the armed forces, a police officer, or a firefighter, has taken an oath, followed a set of laws, and lived by a motto. These servants of the community all dedicate themselves to protect, serve, and make a difference within their communities, their states, and their country. Jonah, like them, you have acquired the tools needed to be a responsible and conscientious citizen, one who would gladly advance the goals of the group before his own personal needs. Congratulations as you join the ranks of other great Eagle Scouts. Your father, such as Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, Sonny Carter, our own Georgia-born astronaut, James Lovell, astronaut and former president of the National Eagle Scout Association, Georgia Senator Sam Nunn, former president of the United States Gerald Ford, founder of Walmart and Sam's Club Sam Walton, Medal of Honor recipient, Marine Corps Colonel Mitchell Page. General Robert L. Scott, our own homegrown World War II hero. Guy Buford Jr., first African-American in space. Ernest Green, African-American civil rights activist and recipient of the Congressional Gold Medal. And a whole list of other great Americans that is just too long to mention here. Remember, Jonah, as you move forward on your life's journey, always display the traits and principles you have mastered while in scouting and continue to be a productive citizen. Hold your head high and always be proud that you're an Eagle Scout. Today is a great honor and a privilege for me to present Eagle Scout Jonah Stuckey with the Marine Corps League's Eagle Scout Good Citizenship Award and the United States Marine Corps Commandant's Certificate of Commendation. Jonah, could you come up here for a moment, please? In addition to the presentation of the Good Citizenship Certificate, I would also like to present you with the Marine Corps League's Eagle Scout Challenge Coin. The Challenge Coin has an honored tradition in military circles. It started as a social token at NCO and officers' clubs and veterans organizations, where a member of the group would challenge other members of that group to present their personal token. The individual presenting the token with the least value or the individual with no token would then be required to buy a round of drinks for that group. Eventually, that social token transitioned into a symbol of pride in the owner's unit and service. It is based upon this pride of service that the Marine Corps League has developed the Eagle Scout Challenge Coin. It is our hope that this coin will serve as a reminder of the obstacles that you overcame in order to complete the requirements for becoming an Eagle Scout, and that it will serve as an inspiration when you come up against future challenges that present themselves during the pursuit of your lifetime goals. We'd also like to take this opportunity to present you with your first challenge, that at some time in your future, you apply the skills that you learned while following your Eagle Trail and become a mentor for another young Boy Scout and encourage him to also become an Eagle Scout. Good luck in all of your future endeavors. Keep this coin close. Keep it where you can see it, not necessarily feather it up. When you come up against challenges that you feel are perplexing and that you are challenged by to the point that you don't know if you can complete them, look at this coin. Remember what challenges that you had to overcome to become an Eagle Scout, and know that you have within yourself the strength and the courage to overcome all challenges that life will present you. Today's ceremony is not just a culmination of your youthful years as a Boy Scout, but it is also your first step into adulthood. The achievement for which you are being recognized today is not the end of a phase of your life, but rather the beginning of everything that lies before you. These certificates that you receive today are not just pieces of paper to be filed away as youthful trophies soon to be forgotten. They are a recognition of your character and abilities and should be viewed for the rest of your life with pride and self-confidence. Your status as an Eagle Scout is something the world around you will recognize and respect. Whether you are filling out a college application, a job application, or a resume, being able to list being an Eagle Scout as one of your accomplishments will cause people to view you with a greater sense of trust and confidence. What you have earned here today is going to open doors for you for the rest of your life. So once again, always be proud that you're an Eagle Scout. In closing, let me say this. Jonah, from this day forth, your eagle will be sitting upon your shoulder, serving to guide you and to counsel you. If you are true to yourself and true to your eagle, you are going to be successful in accomplishing all of your life goals. Congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I now invite Mr. Bill Sealer to come forward for a special award or presentation.
Jonah has kind of a and he has made many and I have it filmed for this one. Really not so special, but to me,
Thank you, Mr. Bill. And I now call upon Jonah's parents to say a few words. Or just as that. Come on up, Jonah.
So just want to say that we're both so proud of you. I just want to say I'm extremely proud and grateful to be part of your journey to Eagle Scout. It's been a long journey. It's been a lot of different places. So we've been started with you in Tiger and Cub Scouts, and we've been scouting in 5 different states. First in Virginia, Alabama, California, Oklahoma, now Georgia. And I've just been so proud of you as you've gone through that and worked everything, been a leader, grown into a young man. And that's just been great to see, and I look forward to continue to be part of your life and that journey going forward. And just got you a gift to help remember this day of earning your Eagle Scout. And it also has that same Bible verse that was on the coin. A box that you can put things in, there's an eagle on it. And so that's from me and your mom. Help remember this day. And again, congratulations on earning Eagle. We're very proud of you.
You all right? No, it's now your time of the show. Okay, I'll take the box. Oh, okay. Back to your seat. And now that you're back to your seat, Jonah, it is customary to choose a person or persons in your life that you feel have had the most impact on your scouting career and to present them with an Eagle Scout mentor pin. So we now turn this time over to you to give out these pins and to say any words that you'd like.
So when my dad first told me I had to do a speech for my Eagle Court of Honor, I was like, I'll just ad lib it, because like, you know, us and the other older scouts are pretty good at ad libbing, and my mom said I wasn't allowed to ad lib, and I had to write it all out. Then I asked her if I could quote her on that for my intro to my speech, and then she politely reminded me that she was the keeper of the car keys, and so I'm not going to tempt fate or anything and open up my speech like that. I've been in Scouts since I was a Tiger, and I've been in 2 separate troops throughout Boy Scouts. So I started as a Tiger in DC. That was just 1 year. Don't remember it very well. And then in Alabama, I was a Wolf. Then we moved to LA, where I was a Bear and a Weeblo. And then in Oklahoma, I was an Arrow of Light. And then that's also where I joined my first Boy Scout troop. I knocked out like most of the early requirements there, and I joined here as a Star Scout. So here as a Star Scout, it's pretty much just been like leadership, and then in the other troop was like the early requirements. So on the basis of requirement, I probably learned more in my previous troop, although I've developed a plethora of other individual skills in this one, and I'd say I've definitely enjoyed this one more than the other one. But 127 has trained me for leadership and has aided in developing the typical traits of an Eagle Scout for me. Another valuable quote I've adopted in our unofficial motto is embrace the suck. And while the suck tends to easily be visible, mostly because it won't stop raining on campouts for some reason, I've learned to embrace it in the best way we can. It's been the best of times, and it's been the worst of times. And I won't forget a single memory I've made together, whether it be a 20-minute long play for the theater merit badge or sneaking out at 3 a.m. to put up Among Us cards across the entirety of Camp Thunder, which don't ask me how we got the one on the chimney, because you do crazy things when you're sleep deprived. Or you know, just hanging around and making a podcast episode at the campsite. I've enjoyed it every step of the way. Thank you. And now I'm going to do the mentor pins. So regarding Eagle Mentors, I've selected 3 people to receive the award. Eagle Mentors, for those of you who haven't been to one of these before, these are people who have helped and aided you on my journey as an Eagle Scout throughout all of scouting and have motivated me to reach the position I have now. So my first award I'd like to present is to Mr. Nathan. So if he'd come up here. He's been here the whole time as both a Scoutmaster and a dad, and he supported all my requirements and advancements. And although he may be prone to creating dictatorships on Scout campouts rather than democracies, I would like to thank him for all that he's done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. My second award I'd like to give out is to my papa. He wasn't able to make it today because they live in Albuquerque in New Mexico, but he's deeply rooted into my scouting career, and he supported me every step of the way. Whenever he calls us and we talk to him, he always asks if I'm working on a new merit badge or how my latest camp out was. And he's always interested in the zany adventures I get myself into. So this one goes to him, and so we'll have to give it to him some other time, and tell him that he got it because he doesn't know as of right now. But yeah. And then the last award I'd like to present is to our current Scoutmaster, Mr. Raymond. He's been the Scoutmaster for almost the entire time I've been in the troop. He's really good at speaking, and he helps guide people that the scouts that need help. He's always there to point us in the right direction. And I'd like to thank him for everything he's done for me and also the troop. That's my middle name. So yeah. Yes. So thank you.
Make sure you give that to him.
Yes, and you could have your speech as well.
Thank you, Jonah. I know I speak for I and Mr. Nathan, also known as your father, when we say it's an honor to have been a mentor for you and to guide you in your journey to Eagle. At this point, it's always my privilege to conclude every Court of Honor with the Scoutmaster's Minute, and I'm going to step down here. Before I do that, I do have a couple of awards, merit badges we want to present to Jonah that he's earned since his last Court of Honor. And so, Jonah, if you come forward real quick. Up and down. So, since the last Court of Honor, a couple of these were snuck in to get Eagle. Oh, that pesky blue card. That's right. But since the last Court of Honor, Jonah had earned the Environmental Science, Citizenship and Society, Snow Sports, Canoeing, Personal Fitness, and Family Life. He also, as a part of completing our recent trip to the Boundary Waters, has been bestowed by Cliff Wolf, our outfitter, the Order of the Great Pierre. But it's a recognition for having arduously and diligently respected and maintained a clean and pristine wilderness canoe country while suffering all the great trials and tribulations. Right? It is hereby certified a full-fledged warrior with all the privileges and honors due such loyalty. Drink a cup of coffee at Cliff Falls, each crowd short country that we and to be eligible for Cliff Falls' annual and repeat customer. Congratulations on that, young, well done. And then we've got a couple, there's a patch from that camp and stay right there. Then I'm coming around and do my Scoutmaster's Minute. So for the Eagle Court of Honor, I like to make the Scoutmaster's Minute about the scout, not necessarily about the troop. And I have a custom of handing out usually a compass. And if you've been one of these, you know that. But I changed it up for this one. Because sometimes a scout deserves something a little bit. When Jonah arrived, I think on the first day, like the first camp as it came up, and I don't remember what he asked to do, but it was pretty absurd, a little bit ridiculous, and a bit crazy. We'll leave it at that. And that has been a pattern that we have experienced as we have gone on through scouting. As Boundary Waters, we're in camp house, we talk to Lake to each other. We've got a radio, we're talking back and forth. And Mr. Jones says, Katie Spring, can I yell and see if you can hear us? And I'm just like, sure. I mean, yeah, go ahead and do that. He goes, okay, wait, let me ask my adult leader. And to underscore the question, his father says, that's what he asked permission to do? And to ask if he could yell across the lake. Jonah has never stopped asking questions like, Mr. Raymond, can we do a Morgan's dance party? I don't know what that is. But can you do a Morgan's dance party during siesta at Camp Ravenite? Sure. Mr. Raymond, can we put stickers, Among Us stickers all over camp? I said no to that. And somehow they showed up. So I'm going to make life easier under this Scoutmaster. And I'm going to give him a magic ink. So when you have a question, just have him shake it and turn over and see what it will say. 20 possible answers. Very doubtful seems to be my go-to answer. Super proud of you, buddy. Congratulations. The last thing I need you to do to close out this Court of Honor is go over there and light the Eagle candle. We should have done that earlier. We forgot. So rather than the spirit candle, we're going to light that. Congratulations, Jonah. Here's your United States Law for your next Scoutmaster. As you go into Ohio with mission, we wish you well. Consider the Court of Honor officially adjourned. I know we got cake and punch next door, and we welcome you to one more time. Congratulations.
Can you take some of the
No. No.